from the United States of America saying I'm an American citizen with a seal on it.
Don't want a nation under the new media.
Questions about the president's place of birth have been asked and answered many times since before the election, and the president's birth certificate says he was born in Hawaii. The state's Republican governor and other officials have backed that up. CNN has fully investigated the issue, found no basis for the questions about the president's birthplace, but the controversy lives on, especially on the internet.
Hey, can you hear the sound of the stereo?
Do you think Barack was born in the United States?
I don't know for sure. I think there's a question, definitely a question about that. It's strange that the birth certificate isn't produced.
I think it was produced.
Well, where was that?
Plenty of places. The AP
well,
did a
I guess
story
it's.
on it.
I guess what it is trying to the general public trying to get that information or to see it. That's what it is more than anything else.
Do you think Barack Obama was born in the United States?
Kenya, wasn't he?
You think he was born in Kenya?
I believe so.
Why do you believe that?
I'm fairly certain I read an article about.
Do you think Barack Obama was born in the United States?
I don't know.
You don't think he was born in the United States?
I don't.
Why?
I don't, because he won't produce the original birth certificate.
It's actually been produced, though.
You know he hasn't.
Have you seen it?
No, he hasn't produced it. It's under lock and key in the state of Hawaii.
Do you think Barack was born in the United States?
No, I do not.
Why?
Why do you think he was?
Because I've seen his birth certificate.
Oh, the hell you have. Nobody's seen his birth certificate.
The subliminal my America.
The state of Hawaii provided a copy with the seal of the president's birth. I know there are apparently at least 400,000 people that continue to doubt the existence of and the certification by the state of Hawaii of the president's birth there. But it's on the internet because we put it on the internet for each of those 400,000 to download. I certainly hope by the fourth year of our administration that we'll have dealt with this burgeoning birth controversy. Thanks, Dad.
Well, maybe I'm the f***ing America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda.
States does not need, when we're at war with the Arabs, we do not need a damn Arab president. And his middle name is Hussein. And we wanna vote for somebody with a name like Barack Hussein Obama. Why are we electing an Arab when we're at war with Iraq and Iran? I mean, come on, American people. This don't make much sense, does it? We're at war with the Middle East, but we want somebody for president with a name like Barack Hussein Obama.
Now everybody to the propaganda.
This is the biggest story of the century, and U.S. media is not covering it. Another thing that I've noticed that I've been working with volunteers, and there are groups that together make up something like 300,000 volunteers. And we've been contacting Secretary of State after Secretary of State. And what we found out, that nobody has checked his
put it to rest.
Okay.
Get a copy of Barack Obama's birth certificate, which, by the way, you didn't have to be on this show to get a copy of it if you had any interest in finding it. Because before you signed on to this bill, I would have recommended to you, if I were one of your staffers, find out if Barack Obama has a birth certificate that shows he's born in this country before we proceed in this wacky direction, because this will send a signal to the whole world. If the U.S. Congress passes a bill and asks the president to sign it that says that no future president can get in the door without proving he's a citizen, I think he might get the message that he's just been profiled as a suspect in this case.
Let me let you think about whether it's wacky to say that you shouldn't have to prove you meet the constitutional requirements before you run. I'm not sure that's not
okay. I want to see the letters that you send to your constituents, and I want to know whether you tell them, you know, sir, I have a copy of his birth certificate. We really don't need it for this president, but I understand the need for future presidents. But I just don't want to see people playing to the nut wing. And you say you're not doing that.
Absolutely not doing that. In fact, it's the opposite, Chris. It'll shut this stuff down.
No, it won't.
All right. Well, we can disagree to disagree on that.
But if this shuts it down, I'll be shocked. Anyway, thank you for your great guy to come on the show, Congressman John Campbell, who does believe, watch the rerun at 7 o'clock, he does believe that Barack Obama is a native-born American. So those wackos in your district out there, don't vote for this guy because he fundamentally disagrees with you.
Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien mission. Everything is meant to be okay. Don't be sure dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones that meant to borrow. They don't seem not to look you.
Joining me now is Orly Tights, and she represents the Army Major and filed the Keyes lawsuit. Former presidential candidate Alan Keyes joins us. And on the other side, John Avalon, who's a columnist for thedailybeast.com and author of Independent Nation, and Errol Lewis, columnist for the New York Daily News and a CNN contributor, also an attorney. What more do you need to be convinced?
Some evidence. And the evidence is something that President Obama is strenuously blocking. You ask me to prove that I was born in New York City at the time and hospital I say, and I will give you a certified copy of a full birth certificate with a doctor's signature, the hospital, and everything else. I won't direct you to some photograph on the internet and a bunch of hearsay statements that would not be accepted as evidence in any court of law. And so the very simple question is, why spend $800,000 to $1 million blocking the birth certificate, blocking records at school and college that would in any way have a bearing on the question, both of his birth and of his citizenship claims at various times in his life? Why is he going to all this trouble if, as they say, the matter is resolved? Can't be resolved by a bunch of statements and assertions.
Okay, Orly, we have to keep this quicker, but please tell me what...
Okay, Obama never provided his birth certificate. What he provided is certification of live birth that was issued last year that does not have the name of the doctor, does not have the name of the hospital, does not have any signatures. Do you know that Hawaii has a statute, 338, that allows foreign-born children of Hawaiian residents to get Hawaiian birth certificates? Did you know that?
Errol, I would like you to respond.
Listen, I think what we have here is a case where, under the guise of saying, well, we can't trust whether or not he should be president because we don't have the evidence, is actually the reverse. These are folks, and there are a number of them, and some of them are raising money like WorldNet Daily, which is, as far as I'm concerned, running a scam where they're selling all kinds of bumper stickers and stuff like that. And I don't know what Ms. Tates is taking in the way of legal fees. They're raising legal fees from across the country, and the reality is, They don't accept that the president is the president, and therefore they work backward, and there will never be enough proof to satisfy them.
All right, John, I have to let you've offered a mountain of evidence in addition to 2 birth announcements. That's a pretty deep conspiracy. What we have here, what we have here is Obama derangement syndrome. This is pathological hatred of the president, posing as patriotism. Ambassador Keyes says that President Obama has called him a radical communist. You on your blog have repeatedly referred to the administration as a Gestapo SS. Which is it? Get your story straight. Is he a Nazi or a communist?
Okay,
you guys are nuts.
Orly, I have to ask you to let everyone at least have their say before you respond to it. I believe we're out of time. I'm sorry to say. Great discussion. Orly Tights, Alan Keyes, Errol Lewis, and John Avalon.
One more thing. In order to be the president, you have to have two parents that are citizens. Obama's father was never a citizen of this country.
It's going out to idiot America.